This is a teardown of top10reviews.com. My name is Doug Cunnington. I'm the founder of Niche Site Project. And this is part of the series of videos where I tear down affiliate sites. I critique them and tell you what I like and what I don't like. Now, this is a large site that's part of a big media company called Perch, I believe. So we'll take a look at that in a second. But at times, like today, I review huge sites that are best in class. They have a huge amount of funding behind them and a big staff, and they do things really well. And then some other reviews are of smaller sites. Sometimes they are just a couple dozen pages, sometimes just a dozen pages, and they're smaller. They're usually part of someone's portfolio, or maybe it's an individual who built a niche site and they are, just a regular person that has a full-time job, a teacher, a student, a traveler, and they just have a small site. So if you are interested in smaller sites as well, I encourage you to check out the playlist where I go over just Amazon affiliate sites generally. Today, we'll get started by looking at the critical information about top10reviews.com. So right now we're taking a look at my site. This is Niche Site Project, and you can see I've pulled some information from various sources here that we're going to get into before we review the actual site. Now we're also going to take a look at the About page of Top 10 Reviews. We're also going to look at some specific reviews so you can see how they write their reviews, the information that's in there, and we'll take a look at a few of those so you get an idea of really what should be in a review. So let's get into it here. So again, this is one of the sites that's been around for quite a long time. So from back in June 2003, which that was early days of the internet. So hopefully they've updated the design a few times. They're ranking in the top 100 in Google for over 1 million keywords, like 1,000,002. So that is a tremendous number of keywords. It's kind of insane. That metric is from SEMrush. So that moves us to the estimated number of monthly visitors, which is a huge range. So we take it from two sources, SEMrush and SimilarWeb. So it's somewhere between 2 and 16 million, which is a big range, I would say. So it's probably somewhere in the middle. Like if I had to guess, it's probably on the upper side. I know that Top 10 Reviews, they run a lot of ads. Like I think that's how I found this site in the first place, is they run ads for certain keywords, and I'm pretty sure that they bring in more traffic than what this graph indicates. And this graph is from SEMrush. So you'll see they've had their ups and downs here as far as what is happening with their organic traffic, which is based on the keywords, and that is the SEMrush data. So they've had their ups and downs, and that sort of tells me that they've had some issues at times with Google algorithm updates for one reason or another. I mean, this is probably the most dramatic dip right here, where it looks like an update happened in early 2015, and that is roughly a 40% drop in traffic, which is very significant when you think about the number of people on the site and the amount of money that they were probably making. We're talking millions of dollars. I'm speculating, but if you have that much traffic going to your site and you're part of a media company, like they lost a lot of money there. Now, it's a media company. It's part of their portfolio, so it's not like it put them out of business or anything. But okay, moving on. We're on to the domain authority, which is 84. That's ridiculously high. That is a huge domain authority. Trust flow is 62. Their number of index pages is a whopping 28,000, and this data is probably a little bit old, at least a few months old. So I would expect it to be a lot more results than that, a lot more pages. The last three metrics here are average time on site, pages per visitor, and the bounce rate, all of which come from SimilarWeb. And actually, these are pretty good metrics. So time on site is 1 minute and 46 seconds. pages per visitor is a little over 2. So that's actually really good. Now you'll see below here, you can actually get 1,000 of the keywords that this site ranks for. So if you're interested in that, be sure to hop over to Niche Site Project. You'll have the ability to sign up for the email list. You can get 1,000 keywords for this particular site plus like 14,000 others. So it's over 15,000 keywords total. So let's get into the details. Let's take a look at their site. So first off, this is their landing page here. And you can see that they have just a straight up like Google custom search right here. They have a simple logo here, top 10 reviews, and they have a 10 with a star in there, so that's kind of cool. Simple, right? You'll notice the best sites end up having a simple design. Usually it's mostly text. I try to do that myself. I don't even do the logo part, I just have text. It's just easier for me. So moving on, they just have a high quality image that sort of indicates that they're testing different models of vacuum cleaners in this case. Shop vacs, those are. And then they have the custom search. So you can hop right in, you see, you can just search for something. Next, they have a bit of a overall navigation for their site. So you can go to any of the, what looks like to be 10 plus categories here. So they have health, business, home, services, software, and so on. So they even have like web hosting, which is obviously not obviously, it's a profitable affiliate program. So they have a lot of different specifics here. So they have the categories listed, and then they have specific items, and they list the category in the little image here. So this is sort of a magazine type theme. I'm sure it's a custom theme, but it's a magazine layout rather. So they have a lot of business stuff is popping up here, but they have a wide range. They have video editing software, iPhone card reader, and so on. So as we scroll down, you could load more and just continue on with a magazine type theme, which is good. Let's just do it to see what happens. Okay, and then they just fill us up with another 30 of these or so. And it can keep going. I do appreciate the fact that they don't have an infinite scroll here. Those get a little much, but this is pretty straight up magazine type theme. They have a large footer area. A couple interesting things here. So they have, first off, the largest thing we see is part of the Perch group. We see we could click on company info here, which we'll try to do, and we'll take a look at that in a second. But you can see they have company information because they're actually a big company. You can see their brands. So these are all the sites in the Perch portfolio, and then it becomes clear that they are a big ass company. So you got top 10 reviews the site, of course. They have Tom's Guide, laptop, Tom's Hardware, and so on. Now, I haven't shot it yet, but we're going to review Tom's IT Pro and Tom's Guide and Tom's Hardware, which is interesting. Tom was actually a guy, and they bought his site. So that's kind of cool. It's an interesting thing to follow. So like I said, I haven't shot the video yet, but by the time you watch this, it'll probably be out as well on Tom's Guide. So I clicked on the company info. So let's hop over there real quick. We see, Perch.com. So they say right off the bat, we're a digital publishing and marketplace platform that is defining the blah, 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 blah. So they are just a big company, and they show you some of the sites that they have, which we saw the list before, but you can see, it's like space.com, live science. These are just big sites, and they have some other interesting tools. They have a QR scanner. I think I have Savvy Shopper on my phone. So, this is a huge company, and I'm not sure if Perch is owned by another company also, but you can see the breadth of this. And let's just, out of curiosity, we can get a little bit of an idea. Let's look at people on their about page of Perch. So this is the parent company. We're going deep. We're going real deep here. So when you see this, they have 350 employees across the globe. So that's interesting. And when you start looking around, you see this is probably a 8-figure business, maybe a 10-figure business. I don't know. Maybe that's stretching it a little bit, but at least you can see they have a CEO, COO, they have a general counsel. There's just a lot of people in this staff. This is just their like executive team that they show on the website, just to give you an idea of how big the site is and the company overall. Okay, so let's get back to top 10 reviews and not digress too far. So pretty solid homepage. It's a magazine. They have a search bar at the top, and then they have a recent post. Now, they do have links to reviews here. They have who we are, and they have what we do. So let's click on who we are and see what happens. So this is the about page. They have a pretty standard looking header image, they have this navigation area at the top. So again, you have the review section, the who we are stuff. You can follow them on social, and then there's a search bar. They have the little menu here, so if you click that, it'll let you get to the categories in the top reviews. We'll close that. They have a wide header image, and they talk about what they do. So in a similar way to some of the other larger sites, we see that they actually buy the items, they test them out, they are independent reviewers, and they have experts in their staff. So you can see they're actually dumping flour on a carpet, and then they're trying to vacuum. They're doing hair curlers, which I wouldn't even be able to test one of those if I needed to. They have a weed eater. You can see they're actually like testing the sound levels. So this person has ear protection on, and they have a decibel meter there, which that's probably not the right term for it, but they're checking how loud it is right next to them. And they go through the details of how they actually do the reviews. And a site like this, you can see they're testing side by side. They take them out in the field and actually look at how these things perform. So not only are they testing it out in the field, they're testing it in the way that certain items were intended. These are like action cameras, I guess. So it's like GoPros and others in the class, and they're actually out there in the snow where like skiers and snowboarders may be like testing these items. So it's pretty cool, and you can see they're checking televisions here. So they got a bunch of TVs, and they're checking the black levels of what it tells us. So anyway, they then tell you about how they make money, which is interesting. How do they keep the lights on? So they're telling you it's an affiliate model, so they get a little bit of the the cut if you make a purchase, and that's it. So pretty straightforward, and it builds credibility. And if you look at some of the other video teardowns, we're talking like bestreviews.com, the Sweet Home, the Wire Cutter, Outdoor Gear Lab, Baby Gear Lab. Those, in my opinion, are sort of the best in class. And when you look at any of those about pages, it looks a lot like this. They're buying stuff, they're testing it, and they have experts on staff. So one thing I will point out, they do have a sidebar over here, even on their about page. So they have a sidebar where this looks to be, just the top stories for various categories. So they have payment processing, laptops, headphones. So these are kind of like a huge wide range. There's a Christmas category, which right now it's like May. So I don't love this over here, to be honest with you. But I guess it's a wide range of stuff, so maybe someone will click on it. I don't know. I would maybe just leave it without the sidebar here. Okay. The connect with us could be legit, though. This could be okay. Now, let's see. I'm going to check to see if there's anything else on the who we are section. No. All right, so let's go back to the main page here, and let's look at the categories. Go to outdoor just to see like what a category page looks like. So we see a couple things here. So we got the same navigation in the top area, the very top. We have a header image that indicates the outdoors, which is a tent. So good, universal. There's two sections, like subcategories in the outdoors, where it's biking and camping. And then they again have the basically a magazine layout. So they have a search bar here. They have one of their most recent reviews, which we're going to take a look at that one actually. Now, another thing to note, they have a AdSense banner right here. They have an expert listed. It's a 3-column. It moves to a 3-column layout where they have the experts right here, connect with us, and then top stories, and then the latest news. These are like the most recent post, it looks like, in this category. And then the popular section. So they have binoculars, crank radio, bike GPS, camping lanterns. So they give you a lot of options here. It's a little messy. If you recall previous teardown of bestreviews.com, this is sort of the contrast, right? They're both high-level sites, but when you look at, that have been around for a while, by the way. But when you look at bestreviews.com, it's a very clean, sort of design-oriented layout. And then this one, Top 10 Reviews, it's a little messy. It's more like a magazine, and it doesn't look as good to my like non-designer eyes. But I will tell you that if I had to guess, like they may get in more engagement from this messier looking page, just from a lot of the documentation that I've read on case studies and tests. Many times a messy page performs better than a clean looking page, but you have to choose what you like, go with it. Mine tend to be, for my personal sites, they do tend to be on the simpler side. So let's take a look at the actual review here, and we'll see best solar ovens review, which I didn't even know that was a thing, but you'll notice that the header goes away, like the wide full width header goes away. It's replaced with an AdSense banner. So that tells me they get enough traffic that an AdSense banner makes sense. Further, when we look here and we see how much traffic they actually get and how many keywords they rank for, well, yeah, I would put up an AdSense banner too. That's about the only time is when you get like a huge amount of traffic. Yeah, again, I'm an affiliate. Amazon affiliate guy, so that's I tend to not go for the AdSense banners like this and just go for like the products that I'm working on, but they get so much traffic that you may as well put up an AdSense banner at the top, and then there's also one right here. So, and you know what? I don't like these, but let's see what happens when it expands. So it's playing a commercial here. If I accidentally hover over it, okay. So I don't know what they're advertising. It's kind of funny, but it's a Charter Spectrum. Okay, so moving on. So they have the title. They have a little sort of like breadcrumb section here. So we know we're at top 10 reviews. We know we're in the outdoor section, and this is an article. Then they have the sharing buttons right here. Personally, I maybe would skip these. I haven't had much luck. So, I mean, I guess they put them there for a reason, but personally, I'd rather have some purchase, like share it on social. That's just me. They're probably smarter than me at top 10 reviews. They have the search bar here, so you can search the outdoor section. They have a nice high quality image that is not a stock image from the manufacturer. This is actually one that they took, so that adds credibility as well. It would be nice if they had Brian Lee, the author's little image here. And this was published in the last 2 weeks, so kind of cool. They do hop right in. One thing they don't do that they should is have a call to action fast, right? So in the first sentence, they should have a call to action. Here's the the one we think is best. If you refer to some of the other videos where we see like best reviews, you have a lot of the ones I listed before. So you have best reviews, you have the Sweet Home, the Wire Cutter, Outdoor Gear Lab, Baby Gear Lab. There's going to be a call to action in the first paragraph. That's a really good thing to do because some people are in a hurry and they don't want to sort through it all. Now, as we scroll down, they do mention the other items here, which I'm not sure. It looks like it may open. Yeah, it may scoot us down to the specific item. So I'm going to go back to the top. So these are not affiliate links. These are just navigation links. So I can click down if I'm interested in the sun is shuffle. So it's interesting that they do not have an affiliate link in this top section at all. So let's note that. Wonder how long it takes for them to get to that. So they do get into how to pick a solar oven. They talk about the features and things that you should be interested in for purchasing a solar oven. So this follows the best practices for an affiliate review. So if you go to my site, Niche Site Project, and you see Start Here page, scroll down to the bottom, you'll be able to see the perfect review, and it follows this form generally. Okay, so then they get into the specifics, and here again, there's no affiliate link here, which is interesting, but there's another AdSense banner. And at this point, as I'm looking at it, are they even selling these things, or do they just want AdSense money? But okay, so they have one of the solar cookers in action. They talk about the specifics. There's a lot of text here. I would probably encourage them to add some bullet points, put some more subheadings. So at this section right here, there's a lot more text than anything else. Moving on, next, they have the next item here. Again, still no affiliate links that I can see. Hopefully, I'm not missing the affiliate link somewhere. All right, next, another AdSense banner here. And a lot of the same. Next oven, a lot of text, AdSense banner. Next item, image. It's not an affiliate link, a lot of text, another AdSense banner. Okay, this is getting redundant. So a couple things that they have not done yet that maybe would be good. So first, affiliate links, right? They need affiliate links to these products. They don't have a table. A table at the top would be awesome to have. That's kind of the key differentiator between this site and the best reviews. The funny thing is, it looks like top 10 reviews is actually ranking better for a lot of different terms versus best reviews, even though it appears that best reviews is doing a better job implementing what an affiliate site is. So as we're scrolling down, I'm hoping we're going to see a table and some kind of affiliate link at some point. Otherwise, this isn't really an affiliate site. Okay, so interesting. So I think I assumed that they were going to have some affiliate links in here, but it looks like maybe they're just trying to get people on the site, and this is very strange. So we'll take a look at another one. I'm surprised. When I reviewed the site before, I thought for sure that there were some legit affiliate links here. So let's go over to best night vision goggles. So this keeps us in the outdoor articles section. And as we see here, I think we're in the same situation before. So I billed this as an affiliate site, but it's actually a media company where they are just trying to get people to click on the AdSense banners, which seems a little crazy to me since they have all this information on these pages. Now, I guess this is a great example, right? So in my opinion, it would be really good to allow people that are reading about these items to get to a point where they could actually purchase them. But I read all this information and then I have no way to actually purchase it from here. So if I was interested in night vision goggles, I would have to search for the model that I wanted for and then go to Amazon or some other vendor to actually purchase it. Now, obviously, they know what they're doing, right? So they are ranking for a lot of terms. They have a huge team behind them, and they're doing some stuff right, of course. The thing that I like about what they're doing, even that, I mean, this is, I didn't look at this ahead of time. I do these reviews cold, so I can get like a good impression. Occasionally, I may take a look just to make sure I have the pages open that we're going to look at. But when I go through here, it's very interesting to see that basically they stuck to their model, their core model of AdSense sites. So at that point, it's very interesting because they stick to what they know and they're working on an AdSense model. So they know how to get traffic by writing good content with keywords, and then they can, put these AdSense banners all over the place, and they're able to make it work. So, like I said, in my opinion, it would be really interesting to test, and I wonder if they have tested, right? Maybe they've tested that AdSense performs better versus the actual allowing people to buy the products. So, okay, so as we scroll through here, this review looks exactly the same. We'll take a look at one other. How about bike GPS reviews? Just to get a look. Okay, now these are the reviews that I've seen before. So when like a few months ago, when I actually reviewed this site here on Niche Site Project, these are the kind of reviews that I saw. So that's why I was kind of surprised to run across the other reviews. So best bike GPS of 2017. And as we see here, they actually have 10 listed. They have a table type layout and they have reviews for each one. So I'm just going to click on one of those and see what happens. And it goes into the deep review of this specific item, pros, cons, and verdict. Okay, so this is more like what I expected to see. Cool, they have some images of it, and they do still have the AdSense banners up at the top here and over on the sidebar. Then this visit site here, I think that is actually an affiliate link. So let's take a look here. Yes, so that actually does send us to Amazon. Yay, all right, so I'm not crazy. I knew this was on my list for a reason. So this green button, visit site, takes us over to Amazon. So as we scroll down, they go through more details of this item, and this looks a lot more like Outdoor Gear Lab, specifically for this kind of item. So we have a table here. We can see how it compares to other items, which is great. They have basic functionality, another AdSense banner, design, additional features, and so on. So they give you a reasonable review, all the while allowing you to buy it via these green buttons, which are in sharp contrast to like the blue highlight colors like throughout. So green you could buy here, green you could buy there, probably there too. Yep. So that's pretty cool, and I'm glad that I kept searching because this was a surprise. All right, let's go back to the main. Oh, I lost the page. So let's go back to the bike GPS. So they have a bunch listed. They have reviews for each one, and these green buttons do go to Amazon to allow you to purchase them. So it could be, by the way, it could have been that the solar ovens were not available on Amazon, or the night vision goggles weren't available on Amazon. So they put AdSense banners on those. But this is what I would expect. Now you will notice they still have AdSense banners here, in a table. They have a grid about the specific items, which kind of follows the the order from above, which that's a little hard to tell, right? So when you're right here, like I'm not sure which item I'm looking at. So it's kind of strange they have it set up like that. But they do have a really cool theme where you can check on the basic functionality, design, features, and so on, and see like which items are best. They have a giant table here with a lot more information. It doesn't look to provide a huge amount of info based on these little check marks. Okay, and now we see the navigation now popped in, but it looks like there's some errors there because you should see this sooner. But this grid now makes sense a little bit, although this banner gets in the way. But you get an idea of like which item is where. So, oh, and as you roll over these, it tells you which one it is. Okay, and as we scroll down, they actually tell you, this is like a buying guide for bike GPSs. So they go through the features and talk about like why it's good. You'll notice still they love the AdSense all over the place here. And they go into their verdict and the recommendations. So they keep it pretty concise in this particular review, but I know that some of them go on very long. So I'll leave it at that for this particular site, and you can see that they go, they have two different models. So they do affiliate reviews, but they also have reviews that are purely AdSense based. The AdSense based they look like this type of review, which is something that I'm more accustomed to. And then when you actually get to the affiliate items, it goes into a lot more detail as far as the tables and the data that's there. And then each of the review or each of the items has a specific review that you can even dive deeper if you're interested in that one. So tons of, I guess basically it's a lot of reviews of different items. So there were 10 items that we were looking at a moment ago, and each of them had an in-depth review. And that's probably why they have so many keywords that they rank for. So if you enjoyed this review, please consider subscribing to the channel. I do updates every week or so, and you can see these video teardowns of different affiliate sites. You could also see, how to do keyword research, build an affiliate site, get traffic to your Amazon affiliate site, and so on. And lastly, if you are interested in a bunch of keywords, like 1,000 keywords from top 10 reviews, you can go to my site, Niche Site Project. If you sign up for the email list, you can get those keywords, those 1,000, then you can get 14,000 more for different sites that I've reviewed. So please check it out. Again, I'm Doug Cunnington from Niche Site Project. Thanks.